This here's why you do maintenance on your tools. I took the cover off and this is what I found. That's why you do maintenance on your tools from time to time. I always check them out. So I'm going to get that sawdust out of there, cleaned it up good, and put some of this grease on it. So that's why you do maintenance on your stuff from time to time.
Look, huh? Like that, like that.
Like that.
That's how you want it. How you
So I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera off and get on it. My wife's going to suck it.
Suck what?
That planer.
Oh, I'm going to suck this planer.
That vacuum cleaner. Okay, this is side 2. On a planer, there are 2 sides. The other side I just cleaned and it had the chain in it. This side is the belt drive side for the belt. Unlike the chain side, you can turn the belt manually. Chain, you can't do it. And so I'm going to clean the sawdust out of this one and get it cleaned up, oil it a little bit, and put it back together, and then it'll be finished. I'm going to hook it up. And, no, I won't either. Got too much other stuff to do. I'm not going to hook it up. I know it's going to work. So I just cleaned it up and put the side plate back on and be done with it. It's got too much other stuff to do tonight. Okay, today we're going to be talking about maintenance on the Makita 2012Nb planer. Now, when you talk about buying tools or owning tools, you also have to talk about maintenance, because these machines do not take care of themselves. You have to take care of them. And one of the main focal points on a machine like this that we're going to cover right now is how to clean both sides. Changing the blade or lubricating the blade housing will not be covered right now. Only this. So and the best thing to use is silicone spray. Or you could use the white lithium also, which is really good. But we'll start with this side. So you need if I can get it, you need a screwdriver. If you want to take this out with an Allen wrench, you can. But that's more for repairing broken parts. So all you need to remove this is very simple. Makita did not make this hard.
Make it louder, because this one didn't touch it up.
Makita did not make this hard. Let's get it on here. It has 2 screws on each side. Put them on the top and it won't be lost. There's an indentation in the top. Make sure it stays focused. Try not to drop your screws. Sometimes they're a little hard to get a hold of. Once the 2 screws are out, remove this cover, lift it up a little bit, and then it drops right off. And inside this side, you will find the sprockets, which I actually had to replace these sprockets once already, because I think it was a factory defect, and the sprocket chain. So what you want to do is make sure that it's clean, and it's already been cleaned, so it's fairly clean already. So what you want to do now is I'll just get a rag and wipe it down just a little bit. Just wipe it down some. You don't have to wipe it down too much. As soon as you use it again, it's going to get right back dirty. Just spray your silicone around your sprocket drives, your sprockets. Spray it all over the sprocket chain. And on these lifts, the screw part, while you have access to it.
What's the best silicone for you?
This is the best silicone to use for something like this.
WD-40.
WD-40 Specialist Silicone Lubricant. You could also use the WD-40 White Lithium, which is a thicker type of lubricant. then once that's done, it's that simple. Just take this, and I was talking about this before. We can remove this if you're repairing anything in here. So just take this, put it in the top first, slide it up just a little, it pushes right in, and it drops right down just a little bit. And take your screws, put them back in. There's one, and there's the other one. And it's the same on the other side. Just remove the two screws and it pops right off. So follow me around to the other side and we'll get this side finished. And you'll see just how fast and easy this is. Remove these two screws just like on the other side. This one also has a cross piece on the inside like the other side. There's screw number 1 and screw number 2. Drop this out the way you did the other side. And this side is a little bit different. On this side, you still lubricate your threaded area, your lift. Even lubricate this. You can also remove this with an Allen wrench. But this has a belt. You spray back in here, spray over in here, get everything good and lubricated in there. And with this silicone, you can even spray the belt and there will be no slippage. It won't slip. Rotate the belt. Rotates very easily like this. Has some sawdust down in it already from use. Make sure that the whole thing, don't take much of this. You don't need to wet it so that it's dripping off. There it is. That simple. That easy. Pop the side back on. Drop it in place. Put in your screws. Screw number 1 back in position. Snug it up. Screw number 2 going back in position. Snug it up. Don't gotta put the mojo on these screws. So now, with that done, that part of the machine, which is a very important part of the machine, has been maintained. Without proper maintenance, so the more you use it, the more you want to maintain it. The less you use it, then you don't have to maintain it as much, but keep it lubricated up. What? So it's that simple, that easy, and later on I'll cover how to change the blades, but I won't do that right now. And just remember, maintain your equipment, take care of it, and it will take care of you, and it will last a lifetime. So don't complain when you're having machine failure, grinding, weird noises. Don't blame the machine, because it's most likely user fault for not maintaining your equipment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on the Renaissance channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make comments, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. I'm going to add a bonus into the video of how to maintain the planer. So today I'm going to show you in the bonus segment how to remove this panel and lubricate the parts in here where the blade is at in the housing, and under here the bottom, which I'll do when I get finished with the other piece. And what I will be using is this WD-40 Specialist white lithium grease. The grease is actually white when it comes out, and it has a pea inside of it to shake it up. Make sure you shake it good. And this stuff is really good. If you don't have any of this to lubricate with, you can use different types of oils, lubricants, greases. And the first thing that we do is we remove these two screws, which have their own head design, Now these are hard to get out because the last time I had that opened, I tightened it a little tight, and they're kind of slick because they're plastic. So I'm just going to loosen them up with these pliers a little, just like that, just a little bit, and they pop right out. It's that simple. Loosen it up just a little. If it wasn't so slick, I could get them. So once you do that, you remove these locking screws to this plate. And here's one, that's what it looks like. Put it on the top, take out the other one. Put it on the top, then remove this. And once this has been removed, you now have access to the blade and the bearings herein. And if the blade won't turn, it locks in. See, it won't turn unless you push this in. When you push that in, it turns. When you push this button in, it turns. But when you don't push it, it'll lock in. See, like that, just here. So when you put this top on, it automatically presses this down so the blades will rotate. That's a safety feature. So when you have that off, you won't, and forgot to unplug it, maybe something happens, it will spin. Somebody turns it on, then you won't get hurt. So what to do here is shake this up well, make sure the white seat's coming out white. And just take it in here, spray these areas. Don't spray the blades with a white lithium. Just spray back in here, the bearings back in here, lubricate it good, make sure you get it. You don't need to use a ton of this spray or anything because it's wasteful, because it's not helping any. Over spraying anything is not going to help when the biggest majority of the spray is laying on the ground. Just rotate it, hold in that button and rotate it. Make sure you get it all the way around to lubricate it. And I'm not going to lubricate these blades. So once that is finished, you're done. It's that simple. And what you do is you take this blade guard, this thicker part and this curved part, faces the back. And you know anyway, because here's where the screws go. Place it in like this. See, the blade guard, this blade thing here gets pushed down, and then replace these screws. If you want to, you can even lubricate that screw hole so future use won't have any problems. These things never really vibrate loose, but if they do, you can use that Loctite to put on them. The red usually works good. And screw that back down. Make sure it's good and snug so it won't come out. Put the other one on. Good and snug. Press your tools back down. Okay, now what we are going to do is we're going to raise the lift on the planer as high up as it will go. Then and always remember what I've said already, maintenance is the key point to any piece of equipment you have. So if you never do maintenance on your equipment, or only do maintenance once in a blue moon, don't be crying and blaming the creator or blaming the factory, blaming it on a factory defect or something like that when it's user fault. These machines have to be maintained regularly. And regularly does not mean once a year, once every couple of years, something like that. These things must be maintained. Okay, now down in here, could you hand me the WD-40? And right here you can see these rubber things. There's one in the front and one in the back, these rubber rollers. That is what grabs the wood and pulls it through the front, this one, and the other one in the back grabs the wood and pulls it through the back. Now what we want to do, put that back on. What we want to do now is just lubricate those. Now I'm going to see if I can go ahead and lay this down before it slides on me. So what we want to do now is just lubricate these, like I was saying. Just don't lubricate the rubber roller. Lubricate down here on the side where the bearings and things are. Don't want to put this lubricant on the roller itself. There's no need to lubricate that roller. Don't want to make it slick. Now if you look down in there, which I hope you can see, and you can look down in here and actually see me raise it up some, you could actually see those yellow rollers, the bearings therein, and you can even see the blade there in the middle. And once you lubricate all of that by lifting it up, laying it down, however you want to do it, then be careful because you don't want to scar up your, or me anyway, because I have it on my table saw. I don't want to scar that up. So that's all there is to it, and you can maintain the whole thing all at once when you're doing the sides. You could also do the planer blades, the bearings and the blades. You can also do the rollers at the same time, but usually you're going to be maintaining the sides more than you're going to be maintaining the inside because of all the sawdust and stuff. So that's it for the bonus feature, and when I ever need to change blades on this, then I'll make a video on how to change the blades. It's also very easy, very straightforward, and I'm not even sure if I have another set of blades. I have to check, but I have a set in a different location, but I don't know if I have one here, and I have to get them. But that's all there is for now. And again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share, and even and consider becoming a Patreon to help the channel so we can make more videos and better videos in the future. And like, subscribe, share, and thank you for watching. And also, don't forget to watch our other channel, Klaus Restoration and Craft channel, which is in the description below. You can find it there. Thank you.